Wow, hold on. This is crazy. The whole time I thought I was presenting. We're gonna go live. Oh my god, this is crazy. Oh my god, yo, shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to everybody. I thought I was already live. I thought I was already live and presenting, what I had to say, but obviously I wasn't live. So we're gonna get to it right now. Sorry guys, I thought I was live the whole time, but we can talk about it now. Get the likes up in the building. Let's talk about exactly what's been going on recently. I had to address a video that was put out yesterday by Simple Troll. He felt the need to come on the internet and speak some words about me and say that somebody's copying his work and all that other stuff. So let's get into exactly what's been going on. It's really really hilarious. So hold on, let me just make sure we're streaming. Are we streaming? Are we live? Let me know if we live, yeah. Let me know if we live. All right, so let's get to it. Get them likes up. We in the building. Get them likes up. Appreciate it. Get them likes. All right. So let's talk about it. For anybody that's not familiar, I'm going to explain to you exactly the history between me and this gentleman, Simple Troll. All right. I thought I was already live. I did a whole presentation and I wasn't even live. But we're going to redo the presentation because obviously something was going on. But let's talk about it. Starting in late 2019, early 2020, right? Zach started promoting me and another gentleman on the Patreon. Okay, he started promoting us, and that's initially where the hate started from this guy Simple Troll. He obviously cannot deal with somebody else being prosperous or prospering in life. It's an issue for him, and we can speak about it. So last year, starting the NBA season, I had the Los Angeles Lakers to defeat the Philadelphia 76ers in 6 games to win the championship. Okay? Now, fast forward to September, once that became, once that wasn't possible and the 76ers they were eliminated, right? This guy Simple Troll decided that he was going to try and take advantage of that and try to discredit my work. So he went on live talking about, what about, Zach promotes Victor, but he does, he had the 76ers and the 76ers didn't make it, right? Okay. And what did he decide to do at that point? At that point, he decided to not only double down, but further encourage his followers, right? As well as the YouTube subscribers to double down and triple down on the Boston Celtics definitely getting to the NBA Finals. At that point, he got into another tit for tat with another YouTube decoder on the internet because they had a difference of opinion, and Simple Troll decided to question his work, like, oh, that work isn't sufficient. You're not really talking about gematria. Come over here and I can teach you the right thing. For anybody in here, hit the like button. Hit the like button. I can teach you how to really decode. Okay. So you had the Boston Celtics and you had all your Patreon members double down and triple down on that, while the other individual was trying to tell you about the Miami Heat successfully going to the NBA Finals. Okay. And what happened? Everybody who followed you didn't pay rent that month, didn't have money for groceries, weren't able to take their girl out shopping. They had a very rough month because of your Boston Celtics guarantee, right? Now fast forward, let's talk about yesterday. Let's talk about yesterday because that's the most important thing. So supposedly, I'm copying this gentleman's work, right? Let's take a look at the complex work that this individual is putting out. Let's look at the work. Okay, look. So according to him, this is the work that supposedly is being copied and stolen right here. So let's take a look at it. Yesterday he had Houston Rockets can improve to 9-9 for the season, period. The next game is against the Oklahoma City Thunder, period. Thunder equals 99, period. The Houston Rockets can improve to 4-5 away. New Orleans equals 45. The New Orleans Pelicans can fall to 4-4 at home. Rockets equals 44. Amazing decode, brother. It's so elaborate and in detail. I mean, I don't even understand how you got to that, conclusion. Wow. Like, what did that take? A whole 3 minutes to review that? Okay. No problem. So let's look at my work. Let's look at my decode for yesterday. The Houston Rockets win money line. Houston's next win of the season is their 9th of the season. Pelicans equals 34 in the purest cipher, the 9th Fibonacci number. Yesterday was a 9-date numerology. Yesterday was also a 34-date numerology. Houston with the win became 4-5 away, like 45, the 9th triangular, talking about nines. New Orleans equals 45 in the purest cipher. New Orleans with the loss became 7-11, like 7-11s or 77. Houston Rockets equals 77. New Orleans with the loss became 4-4 at home, like Rockets equals 44. Houston equals 40, which breaks down to 4. And New Orleans plays next on February 1st. 2 + 1 + 20 + 21 is a 44-date numerology. New Orleans Pelicans were currently on 28 all-time wins in the series against Houston. Saturday equals 28 in the purest cipher. Rockets equals 28 in the purest cipher, which is the 7th triangular number. New Orleans yesterday stayed on 7 wins. Houston with the win became 99 on the season, like 99. Houston plays next to Thunder, 99. New Orleans' next loss of the season is their 11th. Houston equals 31. Yesterday was a 31-date numerology. New Orleans Pelicans equals 101, which breaks down to 11. That is my decode for yesterday's game. On what level is that work even comparable, brother? On what level is that work comparable? I'd like to see exactly what you're talking about when you say somebody is copying your work. Are you serious? This work right here? Okay, so let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next decode. Los Angeles Lakers win money line. Right? Let's go Los Angeles. This is his decode, guys. Let's focus on his work because according to him, this is so complex and detailed. People have to copy his work. Los Angeles Lakers win money line. The Los Angeles Lakers can improve to 15-6 for the season. Boston Celtics equals 156. Period. The Boston Celtics can fall to 5-3 at home. Period. Los Angeles equals 53. Period. Amazing, brother. Wow. The fact that you got that and put that all together like that, and like you lined up the periods where they're supposed to be, and you didn't have a misspelling in any word. Oh my God. That is amazing, brother. Congratulations. So let's take a look at what I put together for my decode. The Los Angeles Lakers win money line. Los Angeles Lakers 21st game of the season. Lakers equals 21. ABC equals 21, the 6th triangular number. ABC also equals 6 in the purest cipher. Los Angeles with the win became 15-6, like 156. Boston equals 156. The Los Angeles Lakers stayed on 6 losses in their 21st game on the 21 TV network. Los Angeles played next Atlanta. They picked up their 15th win of the season. Atlanta equals 15 in the purest cipher. Los Angeles' next away win was their 11th of the season. Boston equals 31. Yesterday was a 31-date numerology, the 11th prime. Boston with the loss became 5-3, like 53. Los Angeles equals 53. Boston was 1-1 versus the Western Conference going into yesterday's game. With the loss, they became 1-2, like 12. Los Angeles equals 37. Saturday equals 37. TD Garden equals 37, the 12th prime. Boston with the loss became 10-8, like 108. Boston's next game is against the Golden State Warriors, which equals 108. Los Angeles with the win yesterday became 5-2 versus the East. Los Angeles plays next. Their next Eastern Conference opponent is the Hawks, which equals 62. So let's look at, hold on, because I'm confused. So somebody's copying your work. Yeah, you didn't have none of this. You didn't have none of this information. You had you had Los Angeles Lakers, period. Boston Celtics, period. Boston Celtics equals 5-3, period. Can fall to 5-3. Los Angeles equals 53. That was the extent of your work. And you feel like somebody is out here copying you? I invite you to provide your picks for the last 6 days to see if you went perfect during the NBA. Doubt it. If you did, you would have made a video about it. How we just so happen to be the 5 days straight perfect, the both of us. No, it hasn't happened. You want to know why? Because I don't take your picks. I don't need to take your picks. The work is obviously on a different level, and there is levels to this. Zach proves it every single day, and I feel like so do I. It's obvious. Let's take another look for anybody that's questioning my work. This is my decode for the Los Angeles Lakers game, and I even include a couple negatives in there, so people who follow me, they're able to gauge the risk factor on a specific game, because we attack this like a business. Let's see what Simple Truth put. Oh yeah, he just put Los Angeles ... period. Boston Celtics ... period. 53 period. Wow, man. So this whole decode, what, like, how long did it take you? Like 8 minutes to do this? And for the people that follow you, like, shout out to you guys, because this is the work that you're paying for. So you guys are excited about this level of decode. Somebody who promotes and puts out work like this, and yet wants to talk about people that are copying him. But yet I'm 17-0 in my last 17 plays in the NBA, and you're not. So how am I copying your work? I'm just confused, brother. So if you could help me with that confusion, I would really, really appreciate it. Everybody in here who's not familiar, hit that like button, because this is a joke. What's going on right now? The fact that somebody, you could come on YouTube and say anything you want, that's exactly, why YouTube is a gift and a curse. Exactly why YouTube is a gift and a curse. Because anybody could come on here and say whatever they want, and it's literally a joke, man. Literally. So at the end of the day, I've shown you the work, and let's talk about why he's really hurt. Let's talk about it. Let's figure out exactly why he's really hurt and why he has a problem with me. So let's talk about it.
It's too bad with Arthur.
Let's talk about it. Let's watch this, guys. Tune in.
Yeah, I know about Arthur. I mean, you guys, Arthur's just, it's too bad with Arthur. I mean, I don't want to pick on Arthur, but he's not real smart, right? He's like my clone. And look at you guys. I mean, like, here, I'll just show you some about Arthur. This is how much of a clone he is of me. So when I started this is what my original blog looked like, right? This is what my original blog looked like. Gray and orange. This is the color scheme I chose. You have like 20 different color schemes to choose when you set up on Blogspot. So Arthur sets up, and I told Arthur, when Arthur got started, I helped him set up, but I didn't tell him to make his thing look the same color as mine. But what's his website called? Simple Truth TV? Where's he at? I mean, the guy did the exact same color scheme as mine. And now he's got a book coming out called Gematria, the Killing Name. It's just funny when he talks. I mean, he does a good job of doing everything the way I taught him. But, like, I'll pop into one of his videos every week and I'll listen to him, and I'll usually leave like a helpful comment and be like, hey, Arthur, don't forget this part. Don't forget this too. Or did you know this part? Like, I'm popping in because, like, I realize he's a student of mine and I'm someone who helped get him started. And now all of a sudden in his head, he's like, Zach's watching me to take my information. And it's like, what? Like, how does that even possibly happen in your brain?
You know what, Zach? I was thinking the very same exact thing. Like, the brain, it's a crazy thing because you could really convince yourself of anything. So now, not only is Zach copying your work, but now I'm copying your work. So everybody, his work, let me show you guys the work he's talking about. So this work is so magnificent. It's so amazing that everybody has to copy his work because he's so creative. He figures everything out. We have to all copy his work. Now let's continue to listen to Zach. Let's listen to him.
Everything you talk about, you learn from me. And that's not an exaggeration. That's a literal fact. Everything that he knows, he learned from me. And he teaches things the exact way he learned it from me. And all I've ever done is popped into his thing to give him additional information. Now he's accusing me of copying him. It's just like, okay, how fucking crazy is this? Is this man truly, has he gone insane? He does kind of have those QAnon eyes, Arthur. But I think he still means well. I just honestly, it's just like I don't know. I don't want to. The guy has low self esteem, and he's just always so butthurt, and it's just like I've just tried to be nice to him for so long, and now he's just like me trying to be nice and coach him and help him. He's just all of a sudden, somehow in his head, it's gone to like I'm. It's just amazing. It's like really, I'm copying you, really.
So Zach, and I know what you feel. I know what you feel when somebody says something like that, because it's like so you seriously, like, in your head you really believe what you're saying when you say that. So we look at, yes, let's look at his work. So he decided to call me a scammer. I invite anybody who follows me, the fact that we've been 17-0 over the last 17 plays. I invite anybody who follows me who thinks I'm a scammer. You don't have to pledge to my Patreon. If you want, you can pledge to this guy's Patreon because of the amazing work that he does, right? It's so difficult to figure out that New Orleans equals 45. So if somebody figured that out, then they're obviously copying this gentleman's work, right? Because that's not a bubblegum decode, right? This isn't eeny, miny, mo decodes right here. Bro, this looks like it took you 6 minutes. It looks like it took you longer to write this decode than it did to figure it out. Seriously. But, I digress. Let's get back to the video.
I mean, when I started a Patreon and decoding sports, it was like 1 month later, and he hasn't even been doing this long. But like 1 month later, he starts a Patreon, and he says his Patreon sports decode will start at the exact same minute mine starts at. It's like, what? You're going to start your Patreon sports decoding at the exact same... And it was right after I started mine, and I'd done my shit for 5 years for free, right? And then when I finally decided to, like, charge for a few things and charge the modest price I do, he sets up all the exact same things at all the exact same time as me. It's like, okay. And I didn't say anything about it. I even recommended people check out Arthur. He's doing good work too. I was just nice to him for a long time, but then lately he's just become a bitch. So, I mean, and he's a liar too. I mean, he continues to lie about.
Wait, so you saying he lies, Zach? Oh wow, I'm not surprised with that. Obviously, because that's what he does. And for anybody who's confused about, if you follow this guy, first of all, if you in here, hit the like button. I appreciate everybody who's in here. I thought I was live the whole time. I made a whole nother live, but this we gonna get to it now. But check out this dude's energy, right? So last night I did a live for 2.5 hours, right? In the beginning, I did a quick review of the picks, and the picks were not hard, which is why I summarized my actual decode. But as you guys can see, the decode was way more to the decode than what this gentleman put in. This gentleman had a total of 7 sent. Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 5 sentences that this guy put together, right? My decode is on a whole nother level, okay? And so I went live for 2.5 hours. This dude is based out of New York, just like I am. So he watched my whole live. My phone number was on the screen. I invite people to call in with comments, questions, or whatever. Didn't call in, but you still felt like I copied your work. Didn't call in. You watched the whole live, waited till I got off of live, and then decided to make a video at 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time because I had already went down for the night, and calling me a scammer. Meanwhile, you could have called me on my live stream and asked me any question you wanted, and I would have told you right then and there. Congratulations that you actually got a pick correct. But no, brother, I'm sorry. There is levels to this. Very serious levels. And obviously, you're still at the amateur stage. Shout out to you, man. You're able to decode like that and still get like a pick right. That's cool. Shout out to you. But for anybody that's paying for that work, you know what I'm saying? He charges $10 or $11 for this type of work. I charge $12. And now my Patreon has gone up. So I charge $20 for the work that I'm doing. But this is the work that you're paying $10 for. So you don't think I should charge $20 when you compare my work to his? When you look at what he's doing and when you look at what I'm doing? Okay. Let's continue with the video. Let's look at it again. Hold on.
Let's see. It's not looking good. Just by the way, man,
yeah, I saw your video with you 10-0 and explaining everything to everybody. But people watch. I mean,
Indeed, it is. So,
And I even got my 13-year-old son. He's
well, there's 100.
that's when it's
Arthur, I don't.
fall the 16.
Let's pay attention to what's going on.
And just by the way, man, I never told any of you guys to go follow Arthur. I don't think he's good to follow at all. He's not very good at this. But I did tell you to follow Victor, who's dominated the playoffs. I haven't heard from Rod. I'm sure Rod.
So this is exactly why he has a problem with me. This is exactly why he decided to come on live and try to question what I'm doing, my credibility, because his YouTube father is not giving him enough attention. He continues to promote me, right, as somebody else, and continues to disregard him and his work. You want to know why? It's because the energy you give off, brother. That's why you're not able to be successful. That's why you're still waiting to have a studio, because you put out this negative energy and you're not trying to build. What you're trying to do is try to take people down so you could go higher. And that's corny. You know what I mean? That's why you're not able to collaborate with anybody, because nobody wants to collaborate with you. Nobody. And for anybody that's curious, how'd that Green Bay Packers pick look? The guy promotes to his Patreons, and the only reason I know is because he made a video crying about it. Promotes to his Patreons that the Green Bay Packers are going to win the Super Bowl, right? Then, after they go home, they're in the living room, you know what I mean, with their feet up on the couch, they're watching TV because they're eliminated now. He then comes on and makes a video about how he initially had the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year, but he forgot. So what does that mean for your patrons, brother? So they're supposed to be just happy with the fact, oh, that you forgot. You made a blog post or a video about it last year. So what does that mean? That means that you're good at what you do? That you got it wrong and you cost everybody on your Patreon money because you weren't smart enough to go check your blog? Okay. So what brownie points did you get from that? And then you're trying to say, you got it wrong, Zach got it right, so Zach obviously must have saw your post. Like, this is next level. This is next level espionage right now. Like, I've never even heard no funny shit like this. This is crazy. Somebody could just come on YouTube and say these outlandish things, and because you have a little 4K community, 4,000 subscribers, you think you're gonna bully me and my community, try to get us out of here? We're not going nowhere, boy. We're not going anywhere. And nobody's intimidated by you at all. Your work definitely does not speak for itself. Mine has been speaking for itself. And that's why Zach continues to promote me. And that's why I have a bunch of callers every single night. While you struggle to get 1 or 2 callers to call in your show, every time I'm live, I get 10, 20, 30 calls every night of people telling me how I'm changing their life and how what I'm doing, the work, they're benefiting off of it. What type of comments are you getting? When you get a pick, it's like, finally, goddamn, because I've been paying for this shit. Oh, finally, I get a pick right. That's what your Patreons be saying. And from what I heard, some of your Patreons reached out to me. They said you haven't even been decoding the NBA like that. You've been doing like every now and then you decide to pick the NBA back up, while we all over here showing exactly how you can use gematria every single day to win off of it. But yet I'm copying you. I invite you to show your last 6 days of NBA picks if I'm copying off you, because we should have the same picks, right? I'm perfect. You should be perfect in the NBA. Am I correct? Because that's what's going on, right? I mean, I'm copying your work. Hilarious, brother. I mean, it was a real troll move. Definitely. Simple troll.
He's doing great. Rod's been on the Bucks since before the season began, so I know Rod's telling his people
I
to
like
go Bucks.
Rod is my hockey guy.
So I don't know why you guys are listening to Arthur. Arthur, I mean, you guys can see Arthur's slow in the head, man. I mean, he's a clone of me. He imitates every last thing of me. Now he wants to act like he's overtaking me. It's a joke, man. He just rides my coattails and takes credit for what I call. But he's just slow.
Wait, so hold on. So now, Zach, you saying that he take credit for your work. The funny thing about it, right, is this gentleman, Simple Troll, he talks so much about Zach, right? And yet he's still subscribed to his Patreon. He still watches all the videos Zach puts out for sports, but yet Zach is copying his work. Now, think about that. All the followers in here, first of all, if you in here, hit that like button. All the followers in here that are believing this guy, he's following another person who he discredits on a daily basis. He says that this guy is a shill, but yet you still pay him money every month to see his notes. What a clown. That's hilarious.
Oh, when you listen to that fool talk, man, you can tell he's slow. He's like, look, this says plus 350. That means you have to bet 350 to make $50. That's not even what that means. That means you got to bet 350 to make 100. You just trust me. I mean, he's slow in the head. If he's not cloning my words word for word, it's not looking good for Arthur. So,
Who? Which one is Arthur?
you just said you're following him. Simple Truth TV. I never recommended to follow him. So,
Oh, that's his real name.
yeah, that's Slow Arthur. That's Slow Arthur. You don't want to follow him.
Oh.
So this is the real problem, as you guys can see. It's got nothing to do with me. You know, this guy has real issues that I can't help him with. You know, you have a direct issue with Zach. Take it up with Zach. The fact that he promotes me and another individual has nothing to do with me. I don't beg him to promote me. That's not how it works. The work has continued to speak for itself. I've been doing this for a while. So if he felt like your work was substantial enough, he would promote you. And instead of working harder and trying to become better at what you're doing, you think bringing trying to talk down on other people is going to be beneficial for you, bro. It's not. You're never going to win off of energy like that. And that's the whole point. I didn't even want to come on here and address you, but you're going to take a picture from my Instagram after you stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning. Didn't want to address me directly on the phone, because if we had a conversation, I would definitely embarrass you. Like, especially when we're talking about gematria and sports, I would have definitely set you straight right then and there. There's no way we have the same picks. Impossible. Impossible. You struggle with the NBA while we've continued to dominate it. Last year, I mean, your video, you referenced something about you went 23-2 last year. Congratulations. I remember calling you up on your show when you said you went 23-1 or 23-3, whatever the case may be. And I told you I went 26-0, and you brushed it off and tried to get me off of the phone. You know what I'm saying? And I knew your energy right then and there. You was not trying to build. Anybody that does better than you, you have a problem with it, bro. You want to be the only one to try and succeed, and that's going to continue to get in your way. Learn how to build with people, not knock people down. I never speak about you in my lives. I've never brought your name up. I've never said anything negative about you. But yet you stay up till 4 o'clock in the morning just to make a video about me. Then you go on my Instagram. You don't even drop a comment or a like, but you take a picture from my Instagram and try to throw it up like I'm a scam artist. A scam artist? Every day I get callers telling me how I'm changing their lives. Changing their lives. While you continue to be over there getting made fun of. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you was bullied in high school or you had trouble when you was in high school, but that ain't got nothing to do with me, brother. You know, you need to go talk to somebody and go figure out your issue with that man right there. Stop talking about me and what I'm doing and focus on what you are not doing. And this work right here, this is not something I would ever want to copy. I'm sorry. This is not the work of a gematria savant. This is not the work of somebody who's on another level. This is the work on somebody who needs to continue to work at what they're doing and get better. This is not a decode, brother. I'm sorry. So whoever taught you to decode like this, and the fact that your Patreons pay you, I should be charging more for my work. This is a joke, bro. Like, it really is. So let's continue to look at what's going on, because we know exactly why he's upset. And it got nothing to do with the fact that he thinks, somebody's actually copying his work. You got to be a moron to think that. What work? What work am I copying? This? How? An amateur decoder can look at the screen and write in the gematrinator that New Orleans equals 45. So somebody who realizes that is copying your work because they were able to see that New Orleans equals 45. Oh my God, bro. It's comical what's actually going on. If you in here, hit that like button. This is actually the second live. The first one I thought I was live, and I wasn't even live. So this is actually the second live. Show me some love. Get them likes up, because obviously we got trolls in here from his community that think they're gonna bully us and what we're doing because we rising up. You know what I'm saying? He obviously see the numbers going up and he got a problem with it. He's intimidated by what we're doing. And I don't blame him. You know what I mean? I don't blame him. He references the fact that he had a streak last year. So do it again. If it's so easy for you to do it, right? Continue to do it. You know how many streaks I put together on my Patreon? It's crazy. There's only 17, 18 weeks in the NFL season. You know how many weeks we went perfect? But yet you just, Not the same, brother. It's actually far, far from the same. It's very different. And I'm just glad I'm able to prove that there are levels to this game. Levels. And not everybody is on the same level. And it's very obvious. So I appreciate everybody in here. Like I said, if you're in here rocking with us, and you know we decoded. This is Gematria Decoders Decoded. We're gonna decode the Fugazis. You thought I was gonna let you come on YouTube and talk about me, that I'm copying your work? It's a joke. Serious joke. Never gonna happen, bro. Never in life. And you could try and come in here and promote yourself. I don't care about it. Obviously, you need the promotion. You're struggling to get together whatever you need. I'm sorry, bro. It's not you're not about to catapult yourself off of my back. I put my own work in. And for people on my Patreon, they know the difference between your work and my work. Very obvious. Very obvious. So you could continue to try and slander me, slander Zach. It's not gonna work. You know? On no level, bro. I'm here.
Despite when I just get
Just
while I'm working.
Let's talk about it.
And like I'll often turn on his video.
Let's talk about it.
Delete it again, so he just had to start another channel. And they are always doing more research on the Jesuits. Johnny, if you're out there, I love you, man. But the one thing I'd suggest is maybe just less time bitching about things. You know, because see, here's my thing. I listen to content in the background, and it's just like okay, man, I feel bad, but I mean, at the same time, I guarantee this isn't doing anything for your number. But it just because he's always third, who's being a huge and
let's pay attention to Zach, bro.
You know what? Even Arthur, who's being a huge bitch right now.
Wait, what happened?
Wait,
what happened, Zach? What'd you say? Let's hear it.
With the people who are being censored.
What happened, Zach?
And you know what? Even Arthur, who's being a huge bitch right now. Somebody passed on to this clip to him right here. Let me just show that.
And that is the severity of the problem that this guy has with me. He has a direct issue with his YouTube father that he's not been able to handle. He keeps talking about that he's told Zach to reach out to him for a year. Bro, it's not my fault that Zach doesn't want to reach out to you. That has nothing to do with me. And the energy that you give off doesn't make people want to reach out to you. That's why you're gonna continue to be on your own island by yourself, because nobody wants to deal with that. You want to say people are taking your work when this is the work that's supposedly being taken. Every single day that I've gone live, another decoder has called in, praising the work, showing love, and okay, they'll be like, oh, okay, I got that game correct as well. I gave that game out to my patrons as well, because that's not the case. Anybody who's able to see and use gematria can come to the same conclusion. But as you can tell, the way you explain it and the way you're able to get things across is very different. Very different. That's why somebody can call in and say, oh, Vic, I appreciate the way you the way you interpreted that game, the way you posted it, and everything, all the stats you had. People don't do it like that. Yeah, I know. You're right. And that's why I've made my Patreon $20 now, because coincidentally my work ends up all over the place now. Once I post it, it ends up all over the place, and now people are just saying, oh, this is their work and they came up with this, that. No, you didn't. So I'm not even out here fiending for credit like that. I don't make a video complaining about people taking my work. No. And I can't even prove it. But you felt like staying up till 4 o'clock in the morning to try and accuse me of stealing this bubblegum gematria decode. This thing right here that looked like it cost 25 cents. This is the work that your patrons are paying for. Wow. That's hilarious. The Lakers are going to win. And by the way, anybody who's using gematria was on top of this Lakers game 2 games in advance. Everybody saw that they had the potential to become 15-6. So you saying that, or you giving out as a play, nobody cares, bro. It's not, somebody calling that is not a genie. They don't deserve the biggest praise for getting that Laker game right. Not at all. So congratulations to you on having a perfect day. But multiply your perfect day times 5 or 6, and that's what we'll be at the same level. Maybe. You know what I mean? But then you still got the 26 game to chase. So get it together, man. You can stop addressing me. Stop trying to downplay my work. I ain't gotta say nothing about you. You don't have to say anything about me. And we could just keep it moving, bro. But don't ever think that you're gonna come on YouTube and accuse me of taking your work or whatever. And how convenient. So he didn't call in last night, right? But he decided to leave a comment on my video. And then as soon as my Patreon members and my YouTube subscribers started tearing him up in the comments, he decided to delete the comment. How convenient. What's that about? Now all of a sudden you're gonna delete your comment because you posted the comment when I was sleeping, so you didn't even want me to see it. After they started ripping you a new one, you was like, no, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna make a video talking about he took my picks because we happen to have the same 2 picks. Okay, I also gave out the Sacramento Kings plus the points as an additional play. Did you have that? No, you did not. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other people who decode games who had the Los Angeles Lakers to win and become 15-6. Did they copy your work? No, they did not. Sorry. So I know you really fiending to grab like this credibility, bro, and you're not gonna get it off of me. Keep continuing to try and work and put your decodes together. But this, you wanna call other YouTube decoders out because their work is not sufficient, and this is what you charge money for? Bro, this is the type of thing that I put in my observation. Like, these are the type of things I put in my observation post. Like, this is not a decode at all. This is mediocre at best. Now, I mean, Zach got it right on the head. It's very amateurish, you know? But this is the only light you're gonna get from me. You ain't about to get no clout off of my name. Keep trying to do what what you've been trying to do. Good luck with that studio, man. But it doesn't look like it's coming anytime soon with that type of work. You know what I'm saying? Anytime soon. Come on. What the hell? You really convince yourself, and that the mind is a crazy weapon. You really convincing yourself that somebody would take that type of work. What? That is a joke, bro. That is a serious joke. This guy will convince anybody of anything. Really, I bet you have a bridge to sell too, right? You got a bridge to sell somebody? Yo, if you in here, get them likes up, man. Because we're going to continue to fight this negativity with positivity. We ain't going to let them, they don't want us to win, but we're going to keep winning, man. That's all it is. We're going to keep winning. And Eric, whatever your name is, you was in here singing my praise the other day, but now you want to ride coattails. You could go jump off a cliff, brother. I really don't care what you got to say. You talk about Zach, and then you call in the Zach show and be like, hey, Zach, this, blah, blah, blah. We don't deal with those, playing both sides type of stuff. Nah. We appreciate valuable opinions, not people who play both sides. So if you want to do that, go to somebody else's channel. We really don't care about that. Save your jokes for yourself. I'm a snake, but I'm putting out work, great work at that. To the fact that people are calling in other decoders, and we're collaborating, we're talking back and forth on how we did for the day. We're doing reviews on our work, but yet everybody's copying. Isn't that funny how everybody's copying one person? Right? Isn't that funny? Everybody's copying this one person who's wrong all the time, right? Me, Zach, fucking Martin, everybody else out here is just copying Zach. Copying Simple Troll. Because the work is so great. Look at this. For anybody who's confused, I want to show you the work that he's talking about. Look at this decode, man. Look at this. And there's probably a reason he's not even showing the likes, because the likes is probably dreadful. Wow. Like, when you made the video, you didn't think to yourself, like, hold on. The decode that I'm saying he copied is not really a decode, so damn. These were two of the easiest games all year. Houston Rockets and the Los Angeles Lakers. and you want credibility off of this, you're not getting that. Not from me. Sorry. You go talk to somebody else. Look at, wow, look at this. I want everybody to just look at this, hit the like button, and then look at this. And then think to yourself, is this work that somebody would want to take? Just ask yourself honestly. Would somebody take this work? He went like this, like all you gotta do is copy and paste. I mean, bro, if you delete like one word, the whole post might be gone because there's nothing here. There's nothing here. Like you don't gauge the risk factor. You don't attack it like a business. You don't get new users familiar with exactly how gematria works and the highs and the lows of solid riddles and great riddles. Nobody is looking at this like, yo, I want to be like this guy when I start decoding. Nobody. But every day when I go live talking about what's going on, I get people saying, yo, shout out to you for your work. I appreciate it. You're changing my life. Every single day. You can't even get 4 callers on your show. Every time I go live, I got a bunch of people watching me. It's like, bro, the numbers is just dreadful. You have 4 times the subscribers I do. And that speaks for itself. Yeah, and you're right, Bo Jackson. It is a dope feeling when you know your hard work can help people. That's a fact. It is. And I do appreciate that. And I appreciate the people telling me that. You know what I mean? So I don't understand how exactly somebody would come to the conclusion that I'm taking your picks. This is the 5th or the 6th consecutive day I'm perfect. So I invite you, again, to put up your picks from the NBA for the last 5 or 6 days. They're nowhere near my picks at all. And from what some of your patrons tell me, you give out fucking minus 400 games, minus 500. How is that a decode? A minus 450 favorite? That's a decode? How? Like, I wanted to, like, is Martin in the chat? Martin, if you put out a minus 400 game, is that connected to gematria? Is that a gematria call? Or is that just a fact that that's a 4-1 fucking favorite? But yeah, the funny thing, he ain't gonna say nothing. Just like when the Boston Celtics cost his community thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars by not making it to the finals after he not only guaranteed it once, guaranteed it twice, re-guaranteed it, re-guaranteed it again. There was no apology to the other, YouTube decoder that was talking and trying to convince people like, yeah, the Miami Heat are gonna make it to the the NBA Finals for such and such reason, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. No, there was no apology there. Just like when Zach, all the times he talks about Zach out of one side of his mouth, but then says I respect him, which is really ironic. It's the funniest thing in the world. He still follows the guy though. And he still stays up on his picks so that he can try and ride his coattails like Zach is saying. So the minute he gets something wrong, he can say, "Oh, I got this game right and Zach got it wrong." Who cares, bro? You wake up thinking about another man? Like, you stayed up all night just thinking about me to make a video on how you think I copied your work. Bro, get me off of your mind. Try to make your subscribers and your Patreon some money and stop worrying about what you think is going on. Nobody needs to copy your work. There's tens and probably even hundreds of people that decode sports. You're not going to be the only one that gets a game correct. So, that's a joke. And the fact that you didn't even decide to call me and speak about it before, you thought the best thing to do was to run to YouTube and make a video, says a lot about your character. Because you're not interested in coming to a conclusion. What you're trying to do is gain clout off of it. What you're trying to do is impact my livelihood and try to get people from joining my Patreon and staying with you. Bro, I don't need your Patreon members. You could keep your little Patreon members or whatever it is you got going over there. I'm not worried about what you got going on. Keep them. But don't discredit me while trying to say I'm using your work when you know, it looked like a third grader wrote this decode. Really. I mean, maybe probably even a second grader, you know, depending on, you know, what school you go to, if it's a private school or a public school. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to all my day ones that was really rocking with me. Shout out to all my, you know, all my real subscribers and my real followers that know the difference and know the deal. And even shout out to his Patreons that's not being blinded by what this guy's trying to do. If you in here, hit that like button, and you know what I'm saying? If you rock with me, get them likes up. You know, we always like to get to like 100, 150 likes per stream. Get them likes up. You know, I wasn't gonna come on here and address this negativity because we always talking about positivity in here. Just like I don't ever talk about this guy, because I don't need to talk about him. I don't need to talk about like people who's trying to bring us down. No, I can come here and talk about my work because I'm doing it every single day and we're winning. And for anybody who's confused about that, you're welcome to go to my Patreon and check out my posts and see exactly how many times you see the word perfect. See exactly how many times you see the word, the numbers 4-0 on the day, 3-0 on the day. But yet I'm not up here trying to discredit anybody else who does the work. Shout out to all the people that call me and that decoding that got their own Patreon, doing their own thing, and show us love. You know, because they got no hate in their blood. No hate. You up here trying to come up off of me, bro. I have 1.3 subscribers on YouTube. Why would you even think that you would have to make a video about me? For what? What am I impacting? I'm impacting the YouTube algorithm with my 1.3 YouTube subscribers? Or is it that you're just so intimidated by the work that I'm doing that you feel the need to say that somebody is copying you? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Keep convincing yourself about that, bro. That's the problem. Your ego, just like it's continued to cost your Patreons money over the time, is going to continue to stop you from building and succeeding. That's why you're still in the same situation you're in. So you need to think about settling your issue with Zach. You know, one day you wake up, you want to be the guy's best friend, and the next day you want to beat him up or whatever the case may be. I don't know, like, if it's a bipolar issue or something like that, but just take your medication or, you know, maybe some natural supplements and figure out exactly, you know, how you can fix yourself, bro. Because as you can see, I don't spend my day talking about other man. Sorry. That's not what we doing over here. What I'm doing is putting together great decodes for my Patreon members who I had to not, you know, deal with today and make this post because of you. So, I mean, it's really crazy. It's really amazing that somebody could just come on YouTube, you know, go to my Instagram and take my picture and put it up on a YouTube video. Like, you were that mad about us winning, right? You were that mad about somebody else winning that you decided to take my picture from Instagram and make a whole live stream about it. Bro, that is a deep-rooted issue. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the diagnosis for that is, but I'm pretty sure it's unhealthy. So, wow, man. I mean, what a joke. And if you see this video, I'm sorry that I even gave this like the time of day. You know what I mean? I'm really, for all my Patreons, y'all know what type of vibration I'm on all the time. And I appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody that's rocking with us. Shout out to all the new subscribers that we about to get from this. Because if you thought I was going to let you say that and get away with it, not going to happen. I came on here and showed y'all exactly the difference from how we decode, from how Simple Troll decodes with this boo-boo gaga shit, and how I decode my games, which is very different, right? Very different. And that's what he wanted to find out, exactly what I'm doing. He wants to know what's been working because he's struggling over there. So it's cool. I'm going to show him. And I'm going to show everybody who's watching. And I'm speaking humbly. I don't need to big myself up and come on here the moment I get something, you know, correct and be like, oh, let me make a video, you know, and because I finally got a game correct. No, that's not how we operate over here. So I believe the scammer alert is probably for you because all the scamming you've been doing, you want to perpetuate yourself as the best decoder. How, bro? This was one of the most scripted NFL championships, and you had all your Patreon members put their money on the Green Bay Packers to win it all based off of a Lil Wayne decode. Okay. So hold on. Did I have the Green Bay Packers? Is that something that I stole as well? No, I didn't. Sorry. Because we don't, that's not the type of work that we do over here. You can keep your Lil Wayne decode and your Lil Wayne Super Bowl theory, and that's fine. We're not worried about what you're doing. So, and that was after he made a video on YouTube guaranteeing to everybody that the Green Bay a public video, guaranteeing to everybody that the Green Bay Packers was gonna win or whatever, against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which they did not. They got sent packing. So that was like another, New York, they say hold that L. So yeah, keep holding them L's. And I mean, wow. Shout out to everybody in here. Like I said, hit that like button. We always like to get over 100 likes. He is going to send his little simple troll community over here to try and, mess with us and drop the retarded comments like, oh, you're copying somebody's work. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's what we doing. We copying somebody's work when I'm 17-0 and he's not 17-0. He's nowhere near 17-0. His last plays. If he was, he would have said it, which he did not. So, but instead of paying homage and being like, "Yo, that brother over there is doing good work," that's not in him because he's not doing this for the right reasons, and that's the obvious part of what's happening. Anybody who follows this guy and thinks that he wants you to win, like more than himself, is really, really gassed up because it's obvious this guy can't even congratulate somebody else who does good work. If a caller calls into his show and gives like a good commentary and good a good observation that he didn't know about, he doesn't even congratulate the caller or thank the caller. He'll make a video, later on talking about he found that out. This was his discovery. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does stuff like that? Simple Troll does stuff like that. And then he blames people for copying his work. The funniest shit ever. Zach copies your work. He makes like 3-4 videos a day decoding the news. Anybody who watches a video that Zach makes about something that happened and then watches your video, it's like excellent work, remedial work. That's how somebody looks at it. All you have to do for somebody who's questioning if Zach is a show, look at the work he does on a daily basis decoding the news. Great work. And then rest assured, after Zach makes a video about it, Simple Troll will make a video about it and try to expand upon what Zach has already put out. It's the same tactic, man. He did it's crazy. You're guilty of something, so you try to put it on somebody else, like the reverse psychology shit. Nah, man, that's not working. That's not working. Not over here. You could take your pics and do whatever you want, man. Stop following Zach and stop talking about him in a negative way, but yet you still subscribe to the guy. Complete joke. Using his notes and talking about he's copying you. You have a book coming out after he's already written 2 books, about to write 3 books. Like, for anybody that thinks that this guy's book is going to be good, look at the decode he presents. Let me ask y'all a question, an honest question. Does this guy look like he can write a book? Honestly, does this book look like it's going to be interesting to read when this is his decode on 3 games? 3 games. This is the decode that he has. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch a troll by the toe. If he wins, I say he copied my picks, and then I'll say he's like, come on, what? A book? Nah, bro. Like, congratulations on your book, whenever it is supposed to come out. I hope that helps you, and you know what I mean? Whatever, man. Just leave my name out of your mouth. Keep talking about Zach. Leave my name out your mouth. Because I ain't got to talk about you over here. We doing a whole It's a whole bunch of other things. So it's a freaking joke, man. The nerve of some people, and he got no shame. That's the thing. He got no shame. This dude could be completely wrong about something and still have no shame about it. Still come online and talk about, yo, I made a video last year about Tampa Bay and Kansas City, and you guys should have remembered that, and I should have remembered it, but I forgot, but I still want credit for making the video because I was able to notice this stuff, and then Zach took my work, and it's obvious Zach took my work, blah, 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 blah. What? How? You couldn't even remember your own work. Think about that. This guy puts out work, right? And it's supposedly so good, he can't even remember the fact that he put the work out. Yo, what? He put in work out and doesn't remember the work he puts out. Wow. And this is what I'm copying, right? Because nobody in the gematria community could come to the same conclusion. Nobody can look at a game, decode it, and figure out that this is probably one of the best riddles of the day. Nobody else could do that except Simple Troll, right? Everybody else is just copying his work because he's just on another level. Like, you know, he's just what we aspire to be. Everybody wants to be like this guy because his life is so wonderful. But yet, every time he makes a video, he looks miserable. He looks like he hates his work. You know, he all the callers he tries to pick a fight with, he's absolutely super duper negative. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, every time we have a live stream, we are congratulating other people who do exactly what we're doing. We don't care about the fact that they might have picked the same game that we picked. We'll still talk about it. What we're not going to talk about is the fact that you think we're copying work. Troll. Straight troll move. So, I mean, I really don't know what else to say. I've already shown the work. I've already said exactly what this guy thinks is going on is blasphemous. I mean, wow. I really ain't trying to give it all that energy, you know, but it's crazy. Somebody gonna try and take you try and gain credibility off of me? For what, bro? I don't even mention your name. We're not worried about what Simple Troll is doing. It doesn't matter. He could continue to try and slander me, bro. I don't care what he does. That's all. As long as I put this video out to let people know exactly what's going on, that's it. Get my likes up, and that's what he wants. He wants the confrontation because he's trying to gain subscribers and gain Patreon members because he's struggling. That's why he will continue to feed into the negative energy and pick fights with myself and Zach and other people on here doing better work than him. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. But yeah, man, at the end of the day, I just want to make this video so people know exactly what the case is. Shout out to all my Patreon members. Shout out to all my YouTube subscribers on 5 consecutive perfect days. And yeah, man, just hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit up the comments. Drop some positive comments. And enjoy your Sunday, man. And don't let anybody think that they can take advantage of you and treat you like a fool. Never gonna happen. So, on that note, we'll try to end it with some positivity. All I can say, man, is hopefully he gets better, like his mental, and he decides to stop taking out his issues on other people because it's got nothing to do with me, man. So, have a great day, you guys, and like I said, continue to support me in what we're doing. I'm the opposite of a scam. And anybody that's trying to call me a scam artist is absolutely mad. They don't want you to win like Khaled said. So we're going to continue winning. Have a good day, y'all.